All right, a couple of extra bits of information related to substance-related and addictive disorders. But one quick thing to say that I have kind of failed to say throughout, there is such a thing called comorbid and comorbidity. And if you see that in the book or you run across it in your life, all it means is that diagnoses can exist alongside other diagnoses. So people who have depression and substance abuse, they're considered comorbid for having depression and substance abuse. Those two just exist. I mean, it could be three, but comorbid is just you have more than one. And commonly, I'm reminded to say it here because substance abuse and depression are two that are very often comorbid disorders. They occur together. So just kind of in your brain, since nobody's around, or I guess if people are around, discuss it with them, but you're not together. But think about views of substance related as a disorder. Is it legitimate? Why or why not? I find that if people ever think, oh, is that a disorder? They always think about this chapter, the substance-related disorders. They think that's not really a disorder. That's just, drinking, and maybe drinking too much. So sometimes it becomes a controversial, idea that it exists. But I think we could all agree it definitely does play a role in lots of people's lives. And then views of substances on campus or amongst friends, peers. If we were in a class, I would have you discuss that. So think about that in your mind. What's the prevailing view on things? Is it no big deal to black out 4 nights a week? Is it no big deal to do some recreational drugs? Or is it very much a big deal? What's kind of the prevailing attitude amongst your peers and friends? Or at least peers. Some things that aren't in your book, there was a really good book out this year about college mental health, college age people and their mental health. And one of the chapters was on substances. So college usage, binge drinking for men is 5 or more drinks on one occasion, and for women 4 or more. Now they never really say, exact number of ounces or whatever, but think of it as if you drink a lot of beers, then a beer is a drink, or if you think of shots, whatever you're used to. And if you don't drink, then you don't know, and that's probably just as well. I mean, I really have no idea amounts and ounces in different drinks. So but this is how they define it. 5 or more drinks, or 4 or more for women. 2 out of 5 college students report in the past month that they have binge drunk or been binge drinking. 1 in 4 high schoolers and 1 of 5 adults outside of college age. Other issues that go with it when you're binge drinking or just drinking or doing substances a lot, that tends to up the risk for sexual assaults, bad decisions, drinking and driving, and or death. 1,000 college-age people per year die in substance-related accidents or situations. But the substance addiction disorders could be masking other disorders, actually. I mean, yes, they exist unto themselves, but sometimes people drink a lot to escape a terrible traumatic situation, or drink a lot because they're depressed, or all of the above. So they might be diagnosed with just that, but actually it be 2 or 3 other things that they're just not talking about. Research shows that the developing brain, including people college age, is more susceptible to alcohol. This was talking about alcohol a lot more than others, than the older brain, but I think we could think of substances in general. And younger age is linked to being less likely to seek help and more frequency and duration in the usage. Almost half of alcohol-dependent adults are diagnosable before age 21, just meaning they met criteria for. Deaths due to unintended injury The numbers from 2001: vehicle injuries while intoxicated, almost 600,000. Assaults by a drunk student in 2001, 700,000. Sexual assaults or rapes by a drunk student in 2001, 97,000. And just think of all the other lives that are touched by those different tragedies. And as far as specific demographics, the numbers show very clearly that this is more often than not a white male on a campus that has more of a Greek focus, more of an athletic focus, and is in college. No, that last one might be a little debatable. A little discussion could go on, but being in college has been linked to binge drinking and dangerous substance abuse more than not being in college. White males have been linked to it, and then followed by Hispanic, then African American males. So